During an interview on Fox News this week, Donald Trump lawyer Alina Habba kinda stepped in it a little bit with her exaggerations about the devastation from Hurricane Helene. Now, of course, that hurricane has been absolutely devastating through multiple states here in this country, and there is no need to exaggerate how bad things are. Nevertheless, that's exactly what Alina Habba did, but luckily, Fox News host Martha MacCallum wasn't having it. Here's how that exchange took place. Martha MacCallum asked Habba, quote, there's been criticism about former President Trump and what he has said about the ability for the administration to respond to this issue. And by this issue, she of course means the natural disaster that, according to Republicans, the Biden administration has done a great job with their response. The people in the areas say the government has helped them. The leaders in those states say the Biden administration has helped them. So Trump has been lying, of course, for a week and a half about what the Biden administration has done. And instead of saying that, yes, the response could be better, Alina Habba decided to go totally overboard and just make up a story. Here's how Habba responded to that question from MacCallum. Let's talk about facts. Let's talk about information that is undisputable. While Helene was happening, Kamala decided it was more important to go on a podcast about sex, call her daddy. So I'm talking facts. This is not the time to politicize. This is not the time to try and get a point ahead of your other opponent. It's the time to get dirty and go help people, she says while, safely in a studio instead of actually, sending her candidate to the disaster areas. So before I even continue and get to the worst part of this, let's point that out, right? Where's Trump? Oh, he went and did a rally. He didn't help people. He told him he was going to bring them things, and he didn't. And, oh God, Harris was on a podcast while the hurricane was happening? What was she? First of all, I'm pretty sure it was pre-recorded anyway. That's just when it aired. Second of all, what was she supposed to do? Like during the hurricane, what was Harris supposed to be braving those winds and the floodwaters and out there pulling people out of the water? Like, what do you want her to do? Right? It's never good enough for these people. But anyway, here's the worst part. And Western North Carolina got hit really hard. They need help. They need water. There are still people missing. There are babies floating in the water. And we're on podcasts. That's what the Harris team is doing? As babies are floating in the water, dead? And at that point, Martha MacCallum appeared to kind of have enough of it. So MacCallum says, where did you see that report of a baby floating in the water? And Habba, a little bit flustered now, says, we have absolutely heard there are children floating. There's missing bodies, dead bodies. Yeah, there are still people missing. There's more than 227 confirmed dead. Like 227 confirmed dead. You don't need to exaggerate how bad the hurricane was, but you did because you're doing exactly what you're accusing the other side of doing. You're politicizing it to try to make them look bad and your guy look better. You're a horrible, just absolutely a terrible human being. Just the worst kind of human being is what Alina Habba is. And that's probably the nicest thing I could even say about her right now. You're making up that story. And when you got called out on it, you're like, we've absolutely heard that there are children. Okay, so now it already changed from babies to children. Something you heard, right? Just like the lady in Springfield, Ohio heard that a friend of a friend of a friend had her daughter's cat eaten by migrants, right? This is how this BS starts. But this is BS that even Fox News wasn't going to let her get away with. Hi, everyone. This here is little Athena. And Athena would like to know why you haven't subscribed to Fair and Balanced yet. So please, don't let Athena down. Subscribe today.